Hi everyone, welcome to our second practical class online. I have covered chapter 2 um, last 2 weeks because last week it was online as well, online lecture. So today I'd like to cover chapter 2 which we have done in our physical lecture. It is on partnering to build customer engagement, value and relationships. I'd like to focus on this particular part of our chapter, which is designing the business portfolio. In big organization especially, they will assign one division to run by themselves, to make decision in order to cut the red tape of the company, and also to reduce the bureaucratic structure of the company. For example, big company like AirAsia, like even Sunway Group, would have this kind of division to make decision by themselves. This to allow faster decision making without approval by the higher hierarchy. Okay. The first step in analyzing the current business portfolio, first they have to identify strategic business units. For example, AirAsia, looking at marketing department, for example, is a strategic business unit that can run by themselves without the approval of the CEO, right? Without the approval of Tony Fernandez, the CEO, for example. Next, they will assess the attractiveness of its various SBUs. So definitely marketing department will have the most attractive strategic business unit because they make the decision on the promotion, on the pricing and things like that, and decide how much support each SBU deserves. So big company can assign a few strategic business units, okay, and they will assign how much of money or financial allocation that each business strategic business unit needs in order to make a strategic decision. Okay, let's go this in detail. In designing the business portfolio, businesses can adopt the BCG growth share matrix. The BCG growth share matrix can be like a roadmap to help businesses in reviewing their long-term strategic planning, to help them to consider growth opportunities by reviewing its portfolios of products. So each product has its own portfolios, and sometimes a certain product needs more investment, or sometimes a certain product just better to be discontinued to reduce profit loss. Okay, in the BCG growth share matrix, there are 4 quadrants that you can see here. The first quadrant is star, which has high market growth rate and high relative market share, and normally this kind of product belongs to this quadrant is newly introduced product in the market. Second, for example here, as you can see, is iPhone 11, which has just been announced by iPhone recently. Second would be cash cow. In this quadrant, normally product in this quadrant belong to the one that has low market growth rate because it has been introduced in the market for quite some time. However, it has relative high market share. This is because people are known of the benefits of using the product and keep buying it. Okay, the example that I'm showing you right now is iPhone 8. Next is question mark. Question mark, normally those product that belongs in high market growth rate, however it has relative low market share. Here the example that I'm showing you is my iPhone XR, which I'm going to discuss further in a short while. And finally, we have in the dog quadrant, we have iPhone X. As you know, right now iPhone X has been discontinued by iPhone. It has low market growth rate and also low relative market share. As you can see here, for iPhone XR, marketers can view this phone as either big potential or big loss. Right? For example, if iPhone R has been introduced for 6 months and it still has relative low market share, marketers can decide to put, you know, iPhone X in dog category, and thus they can decide to discontinue. Let's say if they see a high potential that market XR can give more profit for them in the future, they may want to put iPhone XR in the cash cow category. If they push iPhone XR in the cash cow category, they have to then invest more money in order to promote iPhone XR further in the market in order to turn it to cash cow. It is a very subjective decision and also lengthy decision, and thus marketers has to really look at what they really want to do with that particular product portfolio. Another example is iPhone 6. So iPhone 6 previously was put for example under question mark, all right, and because of the potential of iPhone 6, they actually push iPhone 6 into cash cow categories. So how they do that? They invest more money in iPhone 6 and innovate to make it better, and they turn it to iPhone 6s, and thus iPhone 6s is in cash cow category. Alright, next slide. Alright, these are the definition of each of the quadrants. For stars, a high growth, high share businesses or products requiring heavy investment to finance rapid growth. So definitely for new product in the market like iPhone 11 that you have seen just now, definitely it needs a lot of investment from marketers in order to promote the products. And once they promote the products and everybody, you know, has aware of the product, it will turn into cash cow. So cash cows are low growth, high share businesses or products that are established and successful SBUs requiring less investment to maintain market share. So definitely in for those products that belongs in cash cow, it needs low investment because everybody has known, you know, everybody are aware of the product, and they no longer needs to pump a lot of money to advertise the product. Next, we have question marks. Question marks are low share business unit in high growth markets requiring a lot of cash to hold their share. This is the example of I've mentioned just now about iPhone 6. They invest more money in iPhone 6 and turn it to 6s, and thus they are able to make it a cash cow and turn it, you know, making a lot of profit from it. Next is dogs. Dogs are low growth, low share businesses and products that may generate enough cash to maintain themselves but do not promise to be large sources of cash. So definitely in this best example is iPhone X, when iPhone finally decided to discontinue the product. Okay, next slide. Even though BCG matrix is useful in terms of helping businesses in long-term strategic planning, it has its downside of it. There are problems with matrix approaches. Okay, here there are 4 known problems. The first one is the difficulty in defining SBUs and measuring market share and growth. As you know that market is very volatile, it is unpredictable, so it is very difficult for strategic business units to measure how big is the market share and predicted the growth of a certain product. Second is it is very time consuming. Of course, when we talk about analyzing, you know, preparing and deciding to invest or not, it definitely takes a lot of time to do so. Third is expensive. For example, a certain unit may decide to invest more money for a certain product and it may turn up you know, useless, and thus it is a very expensive effort to do so. And fourth is focus on current businesses, not future planning. As you know by now, to use BCG growth matrix, it is only looking at the current business portfolio and not the future planning of businesses. This particular slide is focusing on the product market expansion rate. Marketers need to identify, evaluate and select market opportunities, and of course they need to have strategies to do so. This particular grid is a useful device for them to identify growth opportunities. Here in the first grid you can see is called market penetration. It is for those product for those who follows this particular strategy, it is normally follows the targeting existing market with existing products. Next we have product development. Companies that uses this particular strategy normally targeting those customers in the existing markets and introducing new products in the market. Next we have market development. For those companies that uses this particular strategy, they are looking at exploring new markets by focusing on existing products. Next we have diversification. This is for those companies that follows that explore new markets and exploring totally new products. This is a definition for each. For market penetration, again, it involves making more sales to current customers without changing its original products, such as by adding new stores in current market areas to make it easier for customers to visit. And the best example here is McDonald's, by opening up more stores in different places to make more sales. Second, we have market development. Involves identifying and developing new markets for its current products. The best example is of course Uniqlo. Uniqlo originally from Japan. Before Uniqlo has a footprint in brand in Malaysia, it was originally from Japan. Then the management of Uniqlo has decided that they want to make to explore new market with their existing product. So this particular strategy is called market development. And the third one is product development. It involves offering modified or new products to current markets, such as by moving into new product categories. The best example here that I'm showing you right now is Xiaomi, where they have different types of products of Xiaomi. They have here they have HD security camera, and then they have fans, vacuum, and so on. But they are actually targeting their existing customers. Normally those company that follows this particular product strategy, they invest a lot of money in order for them to keep innovating. And third is diversification. It involves starting up or buying businesses beyond its current products and markets. For example, here is the company Sunway. Sunway has diversified, long before we know about Sunway University. Sunway is mainly main business is on properties market. They have diversified in order for them to target new market segment, and also they also introduce new products. So again, this is the repetition of each. Alright, that is the end of our online practical class, and I hope you understand even further with this online lecture in particular. And I must say good luck for you guys in workshop, because there will be questions that are going to be thrown at you that will be based on this particular practical lecture. Thank you.